How are you today? And for today's topic, Iris and I we just laughed too much before we started these. But today we're going to talk about priorities and prioritizing and the importance of prioritizing. Because I feel
Yes,
like,
prioritize yourself first.
oh, beautiful. Prioritize yourself first. Why, Iris? Why should we prioritize ourselves first?
Because when you leave yourself out, you create stories in your mind. We've been talking about story.
Talk about stories is
Serious, in a serious note, learning to love yourself comes with prioritizing who you are, the essence of who you are. Like we talked the last few
two times. Yeah.
times, right? Um, life, life is hard when you leave yourself out because everything begins with you and it will end with you. Meaning everything that we perceive, the story of our minds, the suffering that we encounter, the suffering that we allow of being in that label, in that box, and we don't understand, or we perceive that whatever is there because we are too much in there. When we start prioritizing ourselves and understand the value of who we are, how worth it we are,
Mhm.
learning to trust ourselves, learning to say no when that part of us says no, we are free. We become free and happy and and having this inner peace. So prioritize yourself.
And you know what's funny?
Self-permission.
No, and it's funny because that's something that I've struggled with in life is prioritizing myself because it's always like, well, the kids or the job or the whatever project I'm working on, X, Y, or Z project. And then I'm like, well, but my kids, I mean, they're not me, but it's my life that I've built, right? And my job, it's not mine fully, but it is part of what I've built. So it was always hard for me to understand when people said, prioritize yourself. I understood prioritize yourself, but I thought I was prioritizing myself by taking care of my kids, by doing my job correctly, by X, Y, or Z, right? And
Uh-huh.
I thought that was prioritizing myself. And it took me talking to this person, and she really helped me realize is she asked me all the time, what are you doing for you? And I'm
Yes.
like, well, I went out to the beach, with the kids. And it's like, no, 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 no. What are you doing for you? I'm like, well, I watched the movie or I cooked and with the kids. And it was so hard for me to understand, what does prioritize yourself mean? What is it? Is it just self-care? And if it's just self-care, I go to the beach with the kids and it's self-care for me, right? And it
Uh-huh.
was
Uh-huh.
so hard for me to understand that concept that it's a me activity that's gonna recharge my battery and I can do it without anybody else. And I'm prioritizing what I want. Yes, go ahead, Iris.
I'm like
I can
jumping
see it.
here. See, in the word prioritize yourself.
Mhm.
Yourself. We lose ourselves in the label of being a mother, being a wife, being a good
Worker.
worker, a good Christian, good friend. And we lose ourselves that when she asked you, what do you do for you? It was hard for you to say anything that you do for me, lady,
Yeah.
because everything is attached to the label that I am a mother, I am a wife, I am
Mhm.
the good cook, I am the this.
Mhm.
And it goes back to self, prioritizing yourself. I love Jesus, the human Jesus. I'm not talking about Bible. I always say I'm not talking about Bible. Bible is amazing, but there's a misunderstanding, at least to understand how we interpret Jesus. I'm talking about the human part of Jesus. Love yourself first, and then you love your God with all your meaning, all your heart, and then love others the way you love your God. Well, Jesus referred to the you in you, that part of you that connects you with a higher power. To love you first, to prioritize yourself first, to utilize the concept of selfishness, to take care of you first, and then you can give the best of you. Because when we don't prioritize ourselves, what we do is to give from an empty vessel.
And we get
higher.
exactly. And I love the fact that when you prioritize yourself, you start really falling back in love with parts of you, right?
Yeah,
Because, yes. And that's so
yeah.
important because you start seeing those parts of you that are like, oh, this, or yeah. And you
It's a
start,
healthy love. It's a
it's
healthy
a
love.
healthy,
It's a healthy
exactly.
love that doesn't hurt because we confuse loving yourself as being narcissistic. No, when you truly love yourself from a authentic place, what you do is that you fall in love with you, and then you fall in love with the world, and you don't even have to know who that world is. You just know that that you see outside of you is as important as you are.
Yes, you are. And that's the beauty of it. And that's the beauty of prioritizing yourself. And it's also the slippery slope of not prioritizing yourself because then it slippery slopes into also being resentful and being tired all the time and then it goes down that rabbit hole, which is not a healthy rabbit hole at all. And then you start losing yourself, right? And it's like finding that part of you, falling back in love with your good and the parts of you that may not be good, but say, okay, that's all part of me. And I may need to change it. I may need to work on it, but it's still something that I have right now. And I was talking to my daughter or my son, one of them, not that long ago. And I said, you know, even those parts of you that you don't like, give them love. Because when you give them love,
Exactly.
you're giving them attention. You're saying, hey, I see you. And where are you coming from? Like give them love with curiosity. Where are you coming from? And let's figure out a way to make this better. And that is
Yeah, like my stretch marks.
so
Like, love your jiggly skin. They protect you. Yes, love the parts that you don't like because love is not a feeling, it's an action.
exactly. And when you love something, you want to see it get better and you want to see it grow and you want to see it succeed, right? So love that part, prioritize you. So what are you doing today to prioritize yourself? What are some activities that you're going to do for you? Even if it's just self-reflection. I need to have some self-reflection time. Hopefully, if
Take
you if
yourself
you
to
take
the movie.
anything out of this video, take out self-reflection out of this video and really start taking into that what do I need to do to reflect on
Yeah,
me, on who I am.
yeah. And
So
take yourself to lunch or to the movie or buy
yes,
ice cream, whatever it is. Don't, or go buy yourself flower. What if you like it?
whatever you
Prioritize yourself.
yes. Oh,
I
well,
love it.
let us know what you think. Put it down on the comments, like, subscribe, and we cannot wait to see you next time.
Be good to yourself.
Be good to yourself. Bye.